Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Virtual Brother.
And quite honestly, I'm lonely.
I'm just so lonely.
I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn?
I feel like I'm back in that hope.
Again, it's like the male lonely epidemic, but I don't think very many men are making videos of crying on the internet how lonely they are.
This pit where I'm just like, when's it gonna be my turn? Why is it taking so long?
Why is it so hard to find a guy?
Never having been picked, never having been wanted, never having been desired, as you go through all of these years. 27 years for me, 27 years.
Everyone talks about the male loneliness epidemic, but no one seems to be talking about how lonely women are.
I literally cannot express in words how badly I want a relationship.
I'm 30.
Loneliness for women is such a new thing, right? Women have always had community, always had a lot of other women around them. Now women just hate on each other so much and hate on men that other women have walked away and men have walked away.
37, I'll be 38 this year. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't talk to anybody. So I'm always alone.
I genuinely question if there is real love left, like, especially in our generation.
It sucks being 32 and single and seeing all your friends get engaged and not even being close to that.
I've been
Yeah, because they actually work towards it, unlike a lot of you women.
stood up, ghosted, lied to, all in a matter of 3 months.
Because you all, like, again, all these women think that their looks is the end all be all. As long as I'm pretty, I should have a man. I should have a man that does everything I want him to do.
He hate this shit. Like, what do y'all want me to say? Like, I be in the bed crying every night.
I'm crying
We
because
know.
I'm just reflecting on the fact that literally every person in my life has used me and then just throws me out like a piece of trash.
And I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to try anymore.
She doesn't want to try anymore. Has the dating market really gotten this bad, where women are actively looking for men and still can't find any?
Where are all the single straight men?
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at?
Where are all the single guys that are respectful and educated and want to take care of a woman?
Where?
Well, that's all they always say. Respectful, educated. Can you give us more?
Where are the men our age hiding?
What does it take to find a good guy? Like, I don't understand
It takes a good woman.
why it's so hard in your 40s
Because you're not a good woman.
to just find a good person.
I'm starting to wonder
Good people find good people.
where they are. Like, where?
Drop a comment and let these women know where the good men are, because apparently they can't find any.
I mean, a good chunk of these women we can sell, they've hit the wall. They've hit it pretty hard.
If you've watched the previous videos on this channel, you already know how picky women can be when it comes to dating. Everything has to be damn near perfect.
There was one guy that I dated who was so nice, so cute, took me on the best date, so fun. Like, we had fun. Every single day we had fun. But
Every single
did
day?
not feel emotionally connected.
It's not that I haven't been on dates or it's not that I haven't had boyfriends before, but it's more so that I just haven't been wowed.
He could be a good guy, but that doesn't mean that he is good enough for you. That doesn't mean that he is right for you, and you should not have to compromise on your standards or your non-negotiables because he's a good guy.
I am looking for a specific relationship. A specific relationship how I want it to be. And I am okay with being single if that means I will never get it in my lifetime.
Congratulations for being single for the rest of your life then.
It wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him, because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking, and I was able to recognize it quickly.
Was it after or before he spent all his resources on you?
This is exactly why so many men have tapped out of dating. The kind, consistent, and emotionally available men women say they want are often ignored. Why? Because they live normal, everyday lives that don't create drama. But women see that as boring.
In general, good men are steady and consistent and predictable. It's why, as women, we think you're boring.
I'm just gonna say the quiet part out loud. Most men are mind-numbingly boring.
He's so nice, and he's the guy that I should want.
but it's like I need a little bit of like a, you're going to send me to the psych ward.
When you get treated good, it's kind of like boring. And don't hate me, but I do love toxic. And I don't mean like super bad, but I like some spice in my life.
Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off.
There's a lot of women that I see with
Yeah, when you're too nice, you really don't get girls. So
their husbands, it's like you're gonna spend the rest of your life pretending that that is not the most boring man on earth.
like I tell you guys, I want you guys to be good men. You can be good without being nice.
This is the trap a lot of men fall into, thinking they have to be emotional and toxic just to keep a woman's interest, but don't fall for it. Like I said, it's a trap.
The reason that they have these up and down emotions is they want to see two things. Number one, if you care about them, and number two, how steady and stable are you?
Again, it's just another difference between us, not good or bad or right or wrong, just another difference between us as men and women. As women in general, we like chaos and drama.
That you do.
And disruption of routine.
Normal. And us men really like a routine. You know, I love my routine. Wake up, shower, wake up, couple push-ups, sit-ups, some squats in the shower, take care of my face, come here in the studio and do my thing. That's the routine in the morning.
It's boring. Normal, safe, stable, secure. It's boring. And they need crazy.
Are you a rock solid kind of guy? Or are you gonna be like all over the place, yo-yoing with her? And see, women don't want a guy who's an emotional yo-yo. I mean, it's all good and fine for them to be emotional yo-yos and up and down and all over the place, yeah, fine. But a woman hates that in a man. And the problem is that in the West, in Europe and the Americas and Australia and New Zealand, you know, we've been socialized into believing that we have to cater to a woman's emotions. This is a colossal mistake.
That's a huge mistake.
100%.
This is why it's so important to focus on building your life so you have options. The same women who ignore good men now are often the ones complaining later when those men are no longer available or when they go for younger women.
Men my age, they don't want this.
The only kind of men that date and marry women that are substantially younger than them are insecure men.
I mean, shit, they're teachable. They're fresh. They're pure. They're naive. They'll listen to us. And here I come with my 44 years of experience and lessons and, you know, my self-worth.
I am 44, and these two men were 40 and 42. And they're the two men that are on my roster that I'm actually interested in, sexually attracted to, interested in intellectually, have great chemistry with, great conversations with.
44 with two men on her roster.
And they're
both younger than her.
Friend zoned me because they think they might want kids someday.
They don't want a partner. If they wanted a partner, they would seek someone who was closer in their age. They would seek out a peer.
So this is what I'm dealing with men.
So when women want older men, they don't want a partner either, right? They just want resources.
Men who are my age, out in the dating pool, sniffing around 40-somethings, but might want kids someday.
They're sniffing around because they still want to get wet.
I can't with this nonsense. It's biology. Did we stop teaching that in schools?
Look, I'm not sure, but I think wanting kids someday is a valid reason for not wanting to date a woman in her 40s. When women are younger, they often look for a man with resources because of the life he can provide. So no one should have a problem with older men dating younger women. And yet, despite all of this, women have been asking the same question for decades. Where are all the good men? Even radio shows back in the early 2000s were filled with that same discussion, and the conversation still hasn't changed.
All these women have complained, where are all the good men? You know where all the good men are? You said no to them. You said no to the nice guy.
Shout outs to Tom Likas, probably one of the original Godfathers out there.
I'll take you to the prom. You said no to the guy who asked you to marry him because you thought you could do better. You said no to the guy who, wanted you to move in with him or wanted you to fall in love with him. You said no. You made fun of the guy, right, who sent you all those Valentine's Day cards and the balloons and the little teddy bears and everything. You just said no, 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 no. Then one day you suddenly turn around and guys aren't paying attention to you anymore.
Now, if you want to see the struggles in dating for women who fell for the independent woman and the I don't need no man trap, click this video on your...
Shout outs to Virtual Brother. Give the man some subs and some support. He's at 5K. Let's blow him up. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time.